So let's say this is our array which is having 7 cells in it. Now if we want to insert a value in this array, all that we have to do is we have to point to that particular cell and say what is the value that we want to insert. So in this case, let's say here if you want to insert number 50, then all we have to do is we have to say ARR, which is the name of this array, and 4 is equal to 50. Why 4? Because this is column 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 50 gets inserted here. Similarly, if you want to insert number 60 over here, all that we have to do is ARR of 5 is equal to 60. So 60 gets inserted here. So now that we have understood how to insert a value in this array, let's see the algorithm for it. So the algorithm is extremely simple. It takes few parameters, that is the name of the array, the value that needs to be inserted, and the location where it needs to be inserted. So here we are saying that if this location is already occupied, then return an error. That is, if I want to insert a number 50 over here, it should give me an error. Why? Because it already contains 30. Now I have assumed that thing for simplicity because I don't want to override any existing data. But if your requirement is different, that is you want an existing data to be overridden, then you need not include this part in your code. So coming back to the algo, if the location is occupied, we return an error saying that it is already occupied and hence we should not be inserting a value there. Else, that is, if the cell is blank like this one, then we should be able to insert the value in the given location. And yes, of course, we have to do some more validation, like if the array does not exist or if the location given is more than the length of the array or the value to be inserted is not compatible with the array. So those kind of validations we should always be doing before the insertion. Now I have not taken all those things into consideration because that will unnecessarily make this algorithm bigger and complex to understand for the beginners. But when we are coding it, we have to make sure that we are doing all those validations. Fine. So now that we have understood how to insert a value in 1D array, let's see what is the time complexity involved in this operation. So the time complexity to check if this location is already occupied or not is constant time. Returning an error is a constant time operation. And finally, inserting a value in the specified location is also constant time operation. So when we add all these 4 things over here, we get order of 1. So the time complexity for inserting a value is order 1. Now similarly, the space complexity is also order of 1. And the reason is we don't need any extra space which is equal to the array to store all this information, because the array is already existing. Now since we are learning the very basics of data structure right now, so you might not find the space complexity or time complexity very important or too easy right now, but please don't ignore it, because as the course progresses, the topics becomes more interesting and vast, and in that case time and space complexity will play a great importance there. Fine. Now that we have understood the insertion operation, let's go to the next operation, which is traversal of array. Now what do we mean when we say the word traversing? So traversing means visiting all the cells of this array. Now it can be for any purpose. It can be for printing purpose or for updation or for any other thing. So how do we traverse an array? It's very simple. We create a loop and we start going to each and every cell in a sequential fashion. So we first visit 10, then 20, then 30, 40, 50 and so on. Now let's see how does the algorithm for traversal works. So traversal operation takes array as an argument, then it creates a loop, and then it visits each and every cell using that loop, and finally printing the value in those cells. Now let's see what is the time complexity of this operation. So the loop needs to start from first cell and it needs to go till the last cell of the array. So it is an order of n operation because n is the length of the array. So traversing each and every cell in the array will take order n time. Now printing is a constant time operation, hence it is order of 1. Now when we combine both of them, it becomes order of n into order of 1. So the answer becomes order of n. Now to perform this traversal operation, we don't need any separate temporary location which is in proportion to the size of the array. Hence, the space complexity of this becomes order of 1. Fine. So in this video, we have learnt how to insert a value in an array and also to traverse the entire array. Let's stop this video here. In the next video, we'll talk about some more operations that can be performed on this array. Thanks for your time. See you in the next video.